Talk to the man. You talking to a grown ass man. It's like way too much up in your pants for us not to make the bed squeak.
Alrighty, now we're on to the hair color book. I know it's ridiculous because we had 13.1, 13.2, but now hair color book 1. Talks about the structure of the hair. 2 main divisions of hair, which are the shaft and the root. The shaft is the long, slender part of the hair above the scalp. The root is the foundation of the hair found under the scalp. The root structure, which consists of the bulb, papilla, and follicle. We learned this in trichology again, so this is just kind of a review. The bulb is the lowest extremity of the hair. The papilla is a small elevation at the bottom of the hair follicle, and the follicle is a depression in the skin containing the hair root. Now, the shaft structure is the cortex, cuticle, and medulla. We've done this before. The cortex is the second layer of the hair, the cuticle is the outer layer of the hair, and the medulla is the innermost portion of the hair. Melanin. The tiny grains of pigment in the hair cortex made up of the following amino acids which cause natural hair color. Tyrosine, which makes black pigment or eumelanin, and cysteine, which is colorless. Tyrosine plus cysteine equals red pigment or pheomelanin. I know it's kind of weird to think that black and colorless make red, but that's how it works. Eumelanin plus pheomelanin equals mixed melanin. Most people have mixed melanin nowadays, even though it might look like I have just eumelanin. It's because of all the interracial relationships and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure that I have mixed melanin because my hair has like red streaks in it and stuff like that. Not red streaks really, but red highlights. And I know a lot of guys, when they have their beards grow in, it'll be like black hair or brown hair, but they'll also have little red hairs in there too. That's mixed melanin. Okay, anyway. Natural hair color is determined by the type of melanin, size of melanin, amount of melanin, and distribution of melanin. Gray hair has no color or underlying tone, or no melanin, and all color must be artificially deposited into it. The equation that we talked about before is contributing pigment plus artificial pigment equals end result. So the different tools of the trade that we're using for this is the color wheel, primary and secondary colors, 4 types of color, level system, tonality system, underlying tone or decolorization, it says chart, and then intensity of tone and peroxides. I'm not sure what just chart means, but it's there. The color wheel. Okay, this is pretty much another review. It goes over the primary colors, red, blue, yellow, secondary colors, red and blue make violet, blue and yellow make green, red and yellow make orange. Tertiary colors are the red, blue, green, yellow, green, red, orange, yellow, orange. And complementary colors neutralize unwanted colors in the hair. And here's our color wheel in that book. They had us draw them today. Felt like it was in kindergarten. I guess it's a good exercise, but I really didn't need to go back to that. So, okay, so types of hair color. They come in 3 different forms. There's liquid, gels, and creams. Liquids are applied with an applicator bottle. I can't show you guys stuff with an applicator bottle because I don't have one. They let us use the ones at school, but I can show you the things with the bowl and brush. So, I don't have a bowl, but I have the tint brush. Applied with either gels are applied with either applicator bottle or bowl and brush, and cream is applied with bowl and brush. I can mimic a bottle for you, and I will. So there are 4 types of hair color. Temporary, which is a tint that coats the hair shaft and affects only the cuticle layer. Semi-permanent, which is a non-permanent hair color that coats and stains the hair, imparting color without peroxide. Oxidative, which without ammonia, or demi-permanent, is permanent hair color that deposits only and cannot lighten hair. And oxidative with ammonia is permanent hair color with the ability to lift as well as deposit. So oxidation, small molecules enter the hair shaft and ones in the cortex attract and connect to each other to create a larger molecule that makes the color more permanent. And that's what it says. The level system, a system that all color companies use to explain the lightness or darkness of their color choices. The higher the number, the lighter the color choice. The lower the number, the darker the color choice. Number 1 always being the darkest black, and number 10 always being the lightest blonde. Some companies will use higher numbers than 10. Just remember that their highest number, whatever it may be, is their lightest color choice. So that's another chart that we have in here. We have all these lovely pictures in here. I'm sure they will be very helpful in the future. I'm not being sarcastic, even though I said it kind of sarcastically. Tonality system. Tonality tells the colorist whether color is warm or cool. The warm colors are red, orange, yellow. Cool colors blue, green, violet. Most color companies call their cool colors ash. And intensity tells the colorist how warm or how cool the color is. These amounts are described on both sides of the neutral as strong, medium, or mild. Okay, so we have our strong, cool color here, which is a blue. Ish brown. We have our medium cool color, which is a green, and our mild cool color, which is violet. We have our neutral in the middle. I know it's going to be hard to see. Then we have our mild warm, which is a yellow, our medium warm, which is an orange, and our strong warm, which is a red. Now they're not actually the colors that I'm stating, but the base of the brown color is blue, green, violet, yellow, orange, and red. Okay, so underlying tone and decolorization contributing pigment chart. Another chart we got here. And it just lists everything. Like, if the color is lightest blonde, which is a level 10, the underlying tone is pale yellow. Level 9 is the color is a very light blonde, and the underlying tone is yellow. Level 8 is a light blonde, and the underlying tone is deep yellow. Level 7 is a medium blonde, and the underlying tone is gold. 6 is a dark blonde with gold orange. 5 is lightest brown, which is orange underlying tone. 4 is a light brown with a red-orange underlying tone. 3 is a medium brown with a red underlying tone. 2 is a dark brown with a red-violet underlying tone. And 1 is black with a black underlying tone. Believe it or not, I know my hair color is natural, and I believe it's a dark brown. It looks very black, but I think it's a dark brown with like a red-violet kind of undertone. Because I said I get like red, like highlight-looking things in the sun. Now, it doesn't look like highlights like if a blonde was to get highlights, but you can see like red in my hair a little bit. Alright, so we have rules for coloring natural hair. To go lighter, I don't even know if we covered this. Yeah, we did cover it today, okay. If you're going to go lighter, you have to go up to you need up to 2 levels of lift. Number 2, warmth will always come out. And number 3, more lift, less deposit. So you want something that will lift more color of the hair and deposit less into it. Up to 2 levels of lift means you want to go at least 2 shades lighter than the person already is. So say I'm a level 2, I'm going to want to go to a level 4. And warmth will always come out. So when it says come out, I don't really think, I don't believe they mean that the warmth will be taken out of your hair as you'll get a more ash colors. The warmth will come out is that it will show itself. So if I was to lighten my hair to, I guess a 4, if we're going to stick with that, then it would be a light brown with a red-orange underneath, and it would probably look very red-orangey. If you're going darker, you apply the trace and color, and when going more than 3 levels darker, you add warm tones to your formula. So if someone's a level 8 blonde, and they want to go to a level 3 brown, medium brown, you're going to want to put more red, more yellow, more gold, more warm into the color formulation. And if you're changing tones, you use your color wheel and you do kind of like the opposite, if that's what they want. If someone comes in and they're like, oh, I don't like the red in my hair, then you're going to use a formula with green in it. Or I don't like the yellow goldness in my hair, you're going to do more of an ash color, something with more blue in it. Peroxides. 10 volume, which is 3%, is more deposit, less lift. 20 volume, which is 6%, is equal lift and deposit. 30 volume, which is 9%, is more lift, less deposit. And 40 volume, which is 12%, is maximum lift, minimum deposit. So lift has to do with taking the color out of the hair. So it'll lift more color of the hair and put less back into it. So if you're going to use a 40 volume, you're going for lighter results than you would be if you're going to use a 20 volume or 10 volume peroxide. 10 pretty much just will leave your hair the same color. So that's how I understand it so far, is that so if we did 10 on her and we were trying to go a little bit darker, we could do it because the dye would still cover. But if you were going to try to make her lighter, the 10's not going to lift much of the color out of the hair. So it's not really going to do anything. The higher the volume per oxide, the more lift and less deposit you get from the color. The lower the volume per oxide, the more deposit and less lift you get from the color. To achieve higher lifts with true tonal values, double process is recommended, over 2 levels lighter than the natural hair color. And for gray coverage, use 20 volume per oxide. So we have procedures for formulations: natural base or artificial base. We have to figure out whether their hair has been dyed before, if it's virgin hair. What is the natural level? What is the desired level? And what is the desired tone? You must categorize whether you're going lighter, darker, or changing tone. If you want to use your rules and tools, you want to formulate or mix together what's in your bowl. Level must equal desired level, tone, and peroxide. And then application, virgin or retouch. So that's it for all the informational stuff. And now I'll show you guys kind of what we did hands-on today.